Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00166. Hashtag hearing aid. So, hopefully, all of you enjoyed that wonderful hearing yesterday from the SEC and the CFTC, the Senate hearing. My goodness. Uh, anyways, I did have a chance to watch it. So there was nothing new that I learned from watching, except there was something I did learn. I learned that your, you know, the 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 people who are in power now, or in the government, or a regulator, they have children, and their children are into cryptocurrencies. So we have a new technology that has literally leapfrogged over one generation to reach a new generation. That's the one thing I learned from the Senate hearing. Other than that, ICOs are securities, and Bitcoin is, as a commodity, as a spot commodity outside a derivative, is unregulated. So these are things I already know. There's nothing new about that. But the interesting part, I have to admit, was that the idea of cryptocurrencies, or cryptocurrencies in general, probably Bitcoin more than anything else, maybe Ethereum, but most likely Bitcoin, has basically nested into the homes of the incumbent system through a new generation. So that's not surprising, but I was surprised to hear that. In my household, I'm the only person in my household that's into Bitcoin. My wife definitely doesn't care, nor do my children. But my children, well, one's going into high school, the other one's about to start elementary. So, I don't know if they're into it. They know I'm into it. So, but I've dealt with a lot of people. Some people who are in high school. I've also dealt with some people who are in their 50s and everything in between. I have to admit, Bitcoin has touched many lives, many different ages, of many different races. And so I don't think that's going to stop, no matter what happens. Anyways, let me go in the notes section here and see. Let's see what I'm going to be talking about today. All right, bond trading view. List of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. Flagged for shorts. I'll be going over that. Of course, I also do a chart analysis at the end of the live stream, a Bitcoin chart analysis. Let's see what's going on. Is the bear market over? Everybody's all rejoicing. Everybody's giving thumbs up. They're all happy, celebrating, dancing in the streets. Let's see what the technicals say. Let's see what the technicals say. And let me go ahead and just check it out for you. Okay. Next is, if you missed the Senate hearing, there is a link. Live CFTC SEC hearing on cryptocurrencies live. So someone did do a live stream and recorded the actual Senate hearing. So you'll all have a chance to see it for yourself. I recommend, if you're interested in cryptocurrencies, I do recommend watching it. Listen to what they say. Things that I've already known is basically ICOs are securities. If you do, even Bitcoin can be security to a certain degree. If you try to use Bitcoin as a lending platform, you're basically making some kind of derivative and selling it as a security. So in some ways you can, but basically ICOs are securities. And then any derivative of a cryptocurrency product is going to be regulated by the CFTC to some degree, especially if you want to market to the general public. But the spot price, the spot buying and selling, the peer-to-peer market of Bitcoin, because all the other coins, Ethereum, Neo, Litecoin, Monero, most likely do not have a robust peer-to-peer market. So Bitcoin peer-to-peer market is unregulated. All right, there is no regulation. I doubt there will ever be any regulation. So peer-to-peer market is where it's at, people. That's where it's always been. I don't know why you're interested in setting up a centralized exchange through a centralized service and giving up your private keys. It is the most stupidest thing I admit I participated at one point when I first started. I learned the hard way through Mt. Gox, even through Bitphoenix to some degree, even through local Bitcoins. You know, local Bitcoins is also a centralized peer-to-peer exchange. Okay, do you own the private keys? No. Are you in control of that platform? No. You are at the mercy of an administrator. Although their platform is slightly set up different, they are just an escrow for the most part. And you, as a user, use that platform to list your offer or your sale. But at the same time, it is centralized, so keep that in mind. Anyways, I'll talk a little bit about that. Of course, I already did. And then Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. I'll go over that later on. Just hold on a little bit. And CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Next is I have the "It's time to stop" meme in the notes section. It's time to stop. It's time to stop with these hard forks, these joke forks, these scam forks. You know, these airdrops, they don't mean anything. Okay, they're a waste of time. They're a waste of effort. There's probably a good chance you're going to get scammed out of your Bitcoin. You're going to get your Bitcoin stolen. All right, it's time to stop. All right, let's focus on what we have right now. Let's focus on what is happening now, what we have right now. We have Bitcoin and it is working. Focus on that. All right, next in the notes section, I have all these interesting sites and links here that may help you have a better understanding of this cryptocurrency space. All right, SegWit Charts, CoinCodex, LivecoinWatch, CoinGecko, Bitinfocharts, Johoe, Mempool statistics. I'll be going over the Mempool, the fees, and also I'll go over a Bitcoin chart analysis at the end of the live stream. Salome.io. I don't know if you need a transaction accelerator anymore because the Mempool is practically empty. Practically. And then Bitcoin Cash Hashrate historical chart 6 months. All right, next in the note section, I have collecting your free Bitcoin gold coins with Coinami. If you haven't figured that out, you're an idiot. All right, you're an idiot. And then I made a video about how to split Bitcoin gold. If you need more help, if you don't have an Android, use the mnemonic code converter by Coinami. Coinami has a website. You can actually save as a web page onto your desktop. You could recover your private keys offline. You can also generate private keys. You could generate a wallet. So why on earth would you need a hardware wallet? It's ridiculous. You want a hardware wallet? Go get a computer that basically has never touched the internet. Transfer the different tools, the mnemonic generator, the private key generators onto that computer or USB stick or whatever, and then start generating your wallets from there. Not that hard. Generate your private keys, and hence you have a you have a hardware wallet. Anything could be a hardware wallet, people. And I have a link to Bitcoin Gold. And by the way, if you missed my last episode, I did give away some Satoshis, and I sent that for 1.13 Satoshi per byte. Let's check up on that. Also, I think that same private key, I'm able to sweep my Bitcoin Gold using Coinami. So I'll be doing a video on how to sweep your private keys for Bitcoin Gold. So watch out for that. That'll be coming up soon. All right, next in the note section, I have class action complaint. This is all the BitConnect stuff. Have you been scammed by anyone who basically pitched to you a Bitcoin? I'm sorry, not a Bitcoin, but a BitConnect scheme to you? You remember BitConnect that was supposed to make you billions of dollars? Remember Craig Grant and Trayvon James and Crypto Nick and Ryan Hindreth? They're all talking about BitConnect, how you're going to get all rich. All those other YouTubers out there, where are they now? I haven't seen them around making any videos. I wonder why. Well, anyways, if you're scammed by BitConnect, feel free to go out there and sue them, because you have a right to do that. And people who are getting sued, you have a right to spend an exorbitant amount of money on lawyer fees and defend yourself in court. So class action complaint, BitConnect. There's a link to that. BitConnect hit was second lawsuit over Ponzi allegations. And there's also a link to the article as well as the complaint. U.S. court freezes BitConnect assets as lawsuits mount. There's a link to the article and to the complaint itself. If you feel like you want to join in the class action lawsuit or do your own class action lawsuit, that'd be a really good idea. Join the bandwagon and let's start suing BitConnect and the promoters as well, since they basically were unlicensed security brokers for the most part. And then James Bond, Bitcoin Live 0017. I interviewed 3 BitConnect users. It was obvious to them that they knew what they were doing. Very obvious that they knew what they were doing. Okay. If they didn't know what they were doing, then I let them know what they were doing in that episode. They were in a Ponzi scheme, and they were promoting a Ponzi scheme, and they knew it. If they try to claim they didn't know, they're either incredibly stupid or retarded, or they're liars. They are recidivist liars. All right? And most like the people who promoted BitConnect, they knew. And I suspect Ozzy the bullshitter, Ozzy the BS filter, I think he knew as well. I think he tried to play stupid and make a claim that since he couldn't prove BitConnect was a scam, he can't say BitConnect is a scam. So, it just goes to show, just because someone's new in this space and they have a big mouth doesn't mean that they're right. All right? If anything, Ozzy was probably a noob. I don't know what he's up to these days. Is he still talking about politics? Probably. He has nothing else to talk about. All right, so next in the note section, the video theme for this video, my baby hears me for the first time and is almost moved to tears. I think this is what Bitcoiners are feeling right now. Bitcoiners are feeling a form of acceptance after hearing the SEC and CFTC Senate hearing. They feel like there's some vindication in what they're doing, and they're moved in tears. They're like little babies hearing their mother's voice for the very first time. You should check out that video. My baby hears me for the first time and is almost moved to tears. That's what a Bitcoiner looks like, especially all the newbies out there, or the people who may not understand you know, how everything really works around here. I already knew. All right, if you were around in 2013, which some people were, but if you weren't, you know, a lot of people do very little research into the legality of Bitcoin. Back in 2013, a lot of people were afraid to trade Bitcoin because there was a fear that you had violated the money transmission laws, and people were getting arrested. All right, put in jail for trading Bitcoin, for buying and selling Bitcoin. Now, that was a scare tactic by the U.S. Justice Department, in my opinion, and the Secret Service. And what else? Secret Service. What was that other guy? Some DEA agent, and probably a couple more other services and local police and federal agents, whatever. We're going around arresting people for simply buying and selling Bitcoin. All right. And it turns out that it is well within your power, your right to buy and sell Bitcoin with no limits whatsoever. No limits. Limitless. As much money as you want. All right. As long as you are the owner and you are the sole benefactor. All right. And so there was also a hearing with FinCEN as well during that time. And so I see a lot of similarities here. 2013, you had a hearing with FinCEN whether Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was the only one around at the time, whether Bitcoin was you know, legal to trade, to buy and sell as an individual. And it turns out it is. You have absolute right to buy and sell as much or little. There's no limit on how much money an individual can make. All right. As long as you are the owner and the sole benefactor. All right. And so there's been a lot of confusion since then, in my opinion. But it just goes to show how very little research is done in this space, or how confusing it is, or how confused a lot of people are, especially YouTubers. Totally confused. Don't even actually do anything with their Bitcoin. Don't even use their Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form other than this nonsense of HODL. HODL. All right. What good is your Bitcoin if you can't use it? You might as well just leave it on the exchange and let the exchange get hacked. Use your Bitcoin, people. Use it. All right. Spread it across the world to every man, woman, and child in every country, to every nation, in every city, all over the world. Use it. All right. Next is the meme hashtag yes2x, in which you are looking at right now. SEC, CFTC. I've never seen so many old people seem like they're giving the thumbs up to Bitcoin. Actually, no, not really. It's a little play on the hearing aid. Little hearing aid here. Who needs a hearing aid? People who are losing their hearing, usually old people. But not necessarily old people. I'm losing my hearing, actually, on my right ear. I don't know, it's because of all the guns I've been shooting. I think that might be part of it. Another part of it is I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos. And I have to admit, I use earplugs, the earplug headphones. And I think that's gotten to my hearing. And so that's, and also I might have high blood pressure problems. Usually when you have tinnitus, that's a symptom of either hearing loss or high blood pressure, or some kind of blood pressure problem. Maybe I'm just getting old myself. Maybe I'm like one of these people with a thumbs up. Anyways, next in the notes section is pot of gold. I have a link to the pot of gold. Please donate to the pot of gold, as well as the donational address, which is a SegWit address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate so everybody can give and only one person walks away with it all, like BitConnect. Isn't that amazing? Anyways, let's see who has. Let's see who's all in the live chat right now. Let me refresh this. All right, all right. Let's see who's all in here. Brian, welcome, welcome. You're first. What? I couldn't hear you. Let me turn up my A. Let me turn up my 8 up. Let me turn my 8 up. Yeah. Spencer, good to see you. Wow. Oh, wow. For once, I catch 007 live. Yes. Thank you for coming and joining. Doing an early morning show. I was going to go work out, do some exercise, but it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I've just been patiently waiting, and I've been busy with other things like my rad power bike. I've been riding around and fine-tuning my electric bike, as well as I believe yesterday I got my rad mini, the foldable electric bike. So I'll be making some videos on that. Watch out for that. It's going to come out. I'm having fun with that as well. So you know, keeping myself busy during this what I would call the bear market. I think it's pretty much a bear market. We almost have a confirmation of a bear market, just to let everybody know, in my opinion. Almost, and I'll go over the chart analysis on that. Okay, Spencer says, James, I'm going to get on your case if you don't get yourself a left side rear view mirror for that new bike. It changed my riding experience. I want to see who's mowing me down in slow-mo. You know, interesting enough, Spencer, I did get some mirrors. I did notice that while I was riding the bike, I noticed that I always have to turn to my left, and you know, you have to turn like literally 180 degrees. I have to turn away, and it's a little distracting because when you turn your body left that far, you have to turn your shoulders to the left, your head to the left, you veer off to the left. So essentially, when you're looking out for a car, you could be, you know, literally running into the car that's going to hit you. So I did get some mirrors, a left-sided mirror. Thank you for that. That's I did purchase. Hopefully, it'll come soon. I think it'll come by the end of February. I wanted a mirror that I could bend and was sturdy. I've been watching another YouTuber. I think his handle is Alaska John, and he has a mini Rad Rover, and he has that little mirror that's bendable. So I want to get like the mirror. I also want to get a thumb throttle, because turning that throttle really is. Yeah, I think I like a thumb throttle. So watching other YouTubers was very, very beneficial. Spencer also says, but Your Honor, I got my legal advice from 007, you know, Bond, as in James Bond. He told me it was okay. Want a link to the video? Go ahead, go ahead. I say yes. All right, let's go over something, okay, that I think is pretty obvious that I've kind of already known, and I've been keeping up to date to this. First of all, ICOs are securities. All right, I think by default ICOs are securities for the most part. Okay, so just make the assumption when you are investing into an ICO, you're investing into a security. So let's put first of all that. Second, all right, peer-to-peer trading. If you are the owner of those Bitcoins and you are the sole benefactor of buying or selling those Bitcoins, and that also includes a group of people. So if a group of people come together and put their money together to buy Bitcoin, it doesn't have to be an individual, but if it's the benefit of the group, and it belongs to the group of people buying or selling Bitcoin, that's perfectly okay. I'm talking about peer-to-peer trading. That is a completely unregulated market. All right, unregulated. Every now and then you'll get an undercover agent, or an informant, perhaps an informant, an undercover informant, buy and sell from you. But all they did was legally buy and sell your Bitcoins from you. So yeah, please direct them to my video. I mean, I'll I'll let them know that trading peer-to-peer is completely 100% legal. There's no limit to the amount of money. All right, it could be $1 billion, it could be $100 billion, and you can ask for anything you want. You can ask for a cow, you can ask for a car, you can ask for a land, property, a building. Most people prefer cash, but it's not limited to cash. I mean, you can essentially ask for anything you want. You know, you can take the kitchen sink. So yes. Brian McLaughlin, hold your keys, huddle your coins. That's correct. That is correct. Let me see here. It says here, hey there, happy to have caught Bond live. I never that lucky. A chance to troll a great troll. Can you help me? I'm failing to trigger him. Well, I don't know. The problem with in order to trigger people, first of all, you have to watch their videos, right? And then the way I trigger people is I often focus on the flaws or the lies that they're perpetuating, or their lack of knowledge. Something that I know that basically they're full of themselves, right? They're not real. So if you focus on the stuff that's not real, that's how you trigger people, because obviously they know that you know that they know that they're fake, and just pick at that, and that's how you trigger someone. You trigger at their weakness, which is fraud, deception, lies. Just trigger, and that's how people get triggered. But you can't trigger anybody for being true, for being real. It's how do you trigger someone that way? You have to trigger at people's flaws and weakness, not at their strength. Let me see. M. Rocky, good to see you. James Biggity Bond, good to see you. Huddle Tether, I've been telling y'all. Brian yesterday contacted me, and apparently in Coinami, you can huddle Tether. They've implemented the Omni network, which is basically Made Safe network, rebranded to Omni, which basically is the Tether network. So on your Konami, you can huddle your Tether all day long. Spencer says, use a hex editor at each byte of software to build the OS so that none of it ever touches the internet without passing through the eyes and fingers that you trust. Okay. BitConnect was an idiot magnet. These folks would have lost their money some other way. I guess so. I don't know. I admit, well, here's the thing. I do think people are idiots. But at the same time, I do believe that there are people who were responsible for this. They actually perpetuated a fraud. They lied. They deceived everybody. Not only that, they tried to suppress, opposite voices, an opposition to BitConnect being a Ponzi. And so I can't really completely 100% blame users, although I do believe users did know and they did understand what they were getting into to some degree. But there are a lot of probably innocent users out there who saw, who were interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then when they, Googled it or did a search in YouTube, these promoters showed up on top of the searches. So there was manipulation in that way. And on top of that, Craig Grant did advertise BitConnect on top of that. So there were, Craig Grant was very responsible for fraud, deception, and basically a lie. All right. He perpetuated it too. And he knew what he was doing. And Rocky says, people who lost money in BitConnect are lucky that they never got rich, because they would have blown away their riches and felt worse. Well, here's the weird thing. People who were in BitConnect, they felt rich. They believed that they were rich, and they acted like they were rich. So is being rich really about having money? Because none of these BitConnect users really have any money. All right. Most of them, if you look at all the promoters, they work. All right. They may not have a job like they don't work at Michael's stocking shelves like Trayvon James or Trayvon Brown. They may not like have bouncy houses like Craig Grant. And Crypto Nick, what is he? He gets an allowance from his parents or something. I don't know about Ryan Hendrith, what he does. I'm sure he has some lame job that he goes to. But if you don't have one of those jobs, you're working, because guess what you're doing? You're getting paid to promote BitConnect or some other fraud scheme. So you're always working. And so anyways, a lot of these users of BitConnect, they felt rich. They acted rich. In their mind, they thought they were rich, but they had no real money. So is being rich really about having money, or is it a state of mind? Because you can be a person who has no money, no house, no nothing, but you can be rich in life. And you can have a great life. Is being rich and wealthy a state of mind? I believe so, because if you look at people who are actually rich, they don't feel rich at all. They feel, sometimes they feel like they don't have enough, because they look at their cohorts and they see all what they have, and the grass is always greener on the other side, right? The grass is always greener on the other side, but when you finally get there, it's the same freaking grass. It's just as green as where you came from. Grass is always greener on the other side. And when you actually get to where you think you should be, the grass is the same. That's just my opinion. Spencer says, James, can you take some responsibility for being such a troll that I did the exact opposite of what you recommended and lost my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren's inheritance in BitConnect? Well, I don't know if I can, I'll take responsibility for being a troll, because I am a troll and I do troll, but I can't take responsibility for your actions. That's something that you're going to have to face. So, sorry. Spencer, I suck at trolling. Well, don't give up. It takes time. What does Brian say? Let's see here. I'm not a great troll. Also, he can't be triggered if he isn't reading the chat. Well, I'm reading the chat now. Let's see. He will get Tobis in a bit. I don't know what Tobis is. Huddle to the grave. Yeah, that's an irony. I say that to people. I'm gonna take my bitcoins to the grave. I will take your donations to the grave. So if you do donate to any of my Doge address, do I have an Ethereum address? I think I might. One of my Koinami videos, I have my Ethereum address. What do I have? Dash, Ethereum, Doge, Zcash, Pivx, Flashcoin. I have Litecoin as well. If you donate to any of those addresses, I'll hodl those to the grave. Brian is asking, can you make as much as you want peer-to-peer as long as you pay taxes on profit? Well, if you can figure out how much you made, Yeah, I guess so. If you keep track of it, then yes, if you're that type of person. But remember, the peer-to-peer market is unregulated. All right, there is no regulations. There's no oversight. There's no spot police. There's no enforcement on spot markets other than fraud and manipulation. All right. So, all right. M. Rocky, do we not count Ponzi schemes as a use case? Well, that's a good question. I I guess it can be a use case if you really wanted to say that. But it's really not a use case because you can do a Ponzi with without Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. We're trying to solve a problem, not create a problem. So maybe you can't really say it's a use case. Spencer, you're enjoying my new bike vids. You're a little jelly. Well, thank you. I'm enjoying it as well. Man, it's raining today. It was kind of unfortunate. I wanted to ride my mini Rad Rover, which I put together yesterday. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot too. Like some people, like bike to work and are all into the you know, savings. You know, you don't waste electricity or you don't waste gas. You don't have to have a car. All that nonsense. For me, it's not about that. It's just that I want to transport myself from A to B without using my car because my car takes gas, and driving around within a 5 to 10 mile radius from where you live actually takes up a lot of mileage on your cars, more than probably just going back and forth to work, in my opinion, because you do the round trips, you go back and forth here and there. I'm not working, so I'm just going around doing errands, and I'm putting a lot of miles on this car and also wasting a lot of gas. And I'm just going to the grocery store to pick up my pico de gallo and my frozen vegetables and summer sausage, and coming back and wasting gas. Hey, crypto economy, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Who was it that said many of the scam sites run for 140 days? Was it Brian? Also, it was around 144 days for BitConnect. Yeah, I think that was Brian, but there had to be there's some other added thing to it. This BitConnect actually ran longer than 144 days. I think Brian had a formula: 144 days times something, or how many months the payouts were going to be, or something like that. And actually, it did cut out to be around, well, in BitConnect's case, it was, what, 200, almost 300 days that you would be able to get your money back. It locked up your money for about 300 days. Well, BitConnect started around the beginning of the year, and around that time where 300 days was about to expire, where people can get their money back, well, guess what? That's when they kind of disappeared, right? So let me see. Here it says, if you have 1% return, yes, 140 days. My crypto Ponzi constant. Yeah, that's right. It was, so there were 4% return. I think it was 4% return times 140. So almost about a year and a half, or a year and a couple months. So, but BitConnect lasted almost about that time, almost about a year. K Archer, K Archie, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Okay. All right, so I'm caught up to the live chat. Thank you for everyone for being in the live chat. Hopefully you'll enjoy today's episode here of James Bond Bitcoin Live. All right, so let's see what's going on here in the markets. All right, so seems like everybody's giving the thumbs up to the SEC and CFTC Senate hearing. The problem is these are things that are already known and already exist and have been going on. We know that the SEC has basically declared ICOs as securities. That's a given. The CFTC regulates derivatives, so the futures market. And other than that, the spot market, the peer-to-peer trading, okay, is unregulated. There is no regulation in peer-to-peer trading. That's where you all should be. If you're on these exchanges, you're eventually going to get caught up in either money transmission, all right, money transmission regulations, securities regulations, or commodities and futures trading regulations. So, and plus they're all centralized exchanges, okay? So, peer-to-peer market, that's where you need to be, and that's where you should have been all this time, really, to be honest with you. Why you are going to these exchange markets. I guess a lot of noobs don't understand and don't quite, I don't think they have figured out how things work, and most likely they're the ones that are going to be losing the money, in my opinion, on these exchanges. Remember, on the exchanges, it's all about taking money from the many and giving it to the few. All right, so it's a zero-sum game when you go onto these exchanges. But good luck to you. Good luck to you. All right, so let's see what's next here. So I'm going to go to CryptoPanic. Let's see what the news is. Let's see how we're all being socially engineered, or let's check out the sentiment here. Let me see. Crypto market rebounds after massive crash. Bitcoin recovers above 8,000. Are we really in a recovery? I don't think so. I don't think so. But it feels good, doesn't it? It feels good. Okay, so we're at 20,000, and now we're at 8,000, and we're in a recovery. Okay, sure. Let me see. Trans-Pacific Aerospace announces 30 million initial coin offering, capital raised via private placement. All right, there goes a security for you. Let's see if I can find some interesting. Okay, how about this? This is interesting. Google was asked to ban ads on cryptocurrencies. This is interesting. Let's check it out. All right, Google was asked to ban ads on cryptocurrencies. Oh, goodness. Okay, interesting. Let's see what it says here. Let's read the first part of the article. It says, Google was asked to prohibit all ads for binary options, cryptocurrencies, and initial coin offerings by Canadians and US law enforcement. My hope is that Google will enact a similar policy where they specifically name products like binary options, ICOs, and cryptocurrencies. Jason Roy, a senior investigator at the Manitoba Securities Commission and chairman of Canada's Binary Options Task Force, told the Times of Israel. Okay. Well, you know, it wouldn't be the first time something like this has happened. I mean, remember, let me continue here. On January 30th, Facebook claimed that it was banning all ads for binary options, cryptocurrencies, and initial coin offerings. Although Google, which according to industry insiders, generated much of the paid traffic for fraudulent binary options, cryptocurrencies, and ICOs companies at the financial markets, has yet to make its decision. So interesting. Are we going to see a crackdown on advertisements of cryptocurrencies and these other fraudulent schemes? That seems to be coming down the pipeline, so it's going to be harder to pump these prices. All right. That was fun. Let's see. What other interesting... Ripple partners with Chinese payment provider Lane International. Wow. Well, my goodness, this is another reason why I should sell all my Bitcoin and buy Ripple, right? Right? Am I right? Huh? Wrong. Let me see here. Oh, goodness. Okay. Bitcoin price at $50,000. Expected cryptocurrency market cap 1 trillion. All right, let's see what this is all about. Bitcoin price at $50,000. Expect cryptocurrency market cap 1 trillion. Oh, goodness. All right. Let's see what this is all about here. Okay, so a screenshot of a breaking news alert email. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it says here. At its lowest, the crypto market saw a drop of 550 billion. We saw a drop of 550 billion, which is huge loss in terms of value and speed. CNB just reported the comments by Thomas Glucksman, the head of APAC business development at cryptocurrency exchange Gatecoin. Okay, so where does this prediction come in here? It says here, who communicated to CNBC through email, increasing regulatory recognition of cryptocurrency exchanges, the entrance of institutional capital and major technology developments will contribute to the market's rebound and push cryptocurrency prices to all new highs this year. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What I'm seeing a lot is a lot of YouTubers seem to be really trying really hard to keep the price afloat. Now, if you're trying to keep the price afloat and you're trying really hard to socially engineer, a price stabilization, that's a problem. That tells me that most likely the market will crash, because if you need to do this to keep the price afloat, that means that's for me, that's a market signal for weakness in the markets. I'm just saying. All right, let's see what other interesting news have come out. How about this? Okay, so this is a little bit about the Senate hearing. Let's see what this has to say. Landmark Senate crypto hearing seen as mostly positive by Bitcoiners. I've never seen so many Bitcoiners so happy to hear the government talk about Bitcoin. Like, do you really need? Does the government really need approval from you guys? I mean, it's already known. ICOs are securities. The CFTC regulates derivatives based on spot prices of Bitcoin. All right, which is the futures and contracts for differences, stuff like that. The spot market remains unregulated. The peer-to-peer market remains unregulated. These are things that I've already known. The most interesting thing I got out of the Senate hearing was that the children, all right, the new generation who are using Bitcoin, that was surprising to hear that their children were using Bitcoin or were interested in Bitcoin. I suspect most likely Bitcoin. Maybe Ethereum, maybe, but I suspect most likely Bitcoin. Because what do they mostly talk about in the Senate hearing? They talked mostly about Bitcoin, right? They actually did their homework to some degree, although hold on for dear life. I don't know where they got that. That was some misinformation that they got. So, but let's read the first paragraph. SEC Chair Jay Clayton was first to comment and agreed blockchain technology was indeed good, but his concern was over cryptocurrency as a currency and the proliferation of unregistered and unregulated initial coin offerings, ICOs. But his main focus, as it would be throughout the hearing, was how ICOs are increasingly looking like securities and have many problems. Such markets have less oversight than traditional exchanges, no broker standards, no capital or conduct requirements, and are thus illegal, Mr. Clayton detailed. Yeah, we all knew that, right? I mean, well, at least I did. That's why I don't participate in ICOs. And plus, they're a waste of time and they're a waste of money. All right. So don't bother with them. Focus on what's here right now. And Bitcoin is here right now. Focus on that. All right. All right. Well, let's go. Let's go on to the next thing. Let's go to CryptoPanic. That's the other news aggregator. I enjoy reading these because really that's what keeps me up to date on everything that's going on. I don't have to watch any YouTuber with news that they put spin on. I can just read it for myself and have a better understanding. All right, let's just go here. Let me click on this. This seems to be really hot right here. Goldman Sachs, most cryptocurrencies could end up hitting zero. Wow, okay. All right. I might have to agree with some of this because I do believe there's a lot of crap coins out there that aren't worth a damn. But let me see. Goldman Sachs Group, global head of investment research, has made a daunting projection regarding cryptocurrencies. The recent downturn in market value could get worse. In a report from the 5th of February, Goldman Sachs' Steve Strongian expressed the view that many digital currencies are unlikely to survive. As a result, investors should be prepared for the coins. Well, you're going to have to click on it to read the rest. Let me go on. So that has 19 bullish, 13 bearish. The market's really confused on this one. 3 important, 20 lots of laughs. People... I think there's a lot of people that are living in Egypt right now. They are literally in denial. 7 likes, 6 dislikes. Okay. Here's something interesting. Where's phony PBOC, People's Bank of China? Okay. Phony PBOC email sent to U.S. media aimed to manipulate Bitcoin price. According to reports on Tuesday, a large quantity of U.S. media outlets were sent an email from an individual claiming to be a representative of the People's Bank of China, PBOC. The message contained a phony invitation to a press conference between the media, the PBOC, and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Well, interesting. I was hearing, I did see some news about China and Hong Kong cracking down on cryptocurrencies. I guess that was fake. Let's see, 8 bullish, 7 important, 2 bearish, 6 likes, and 1 save. Okay, here's another one. Wow, we're getting a lot of news here. Google was asked to ban ads on cryptocurrencies. Already went over that. Let me see. Oh, this is something. CoinPia. I don't know. I've never heard of CoinPia. CoinPia has temporarily suspended its crypto activity. South Korean crypto traders are now forced to respect the regulation in force in case they want to continue sharing their services. Otherwise, they will have to block their provision activities. New information has circulated today in the online media. The South Korean crypto exchange called CoinPia has suspended the ability of making deposits. All right, well, that's kind of bearish. It has 4 bearish and only 1 important. What's this one here? Tether is starting to print euro tethers. Oh my goodness. All right, well, all right. Despite all the scrutiny of USD Tether, it appears that Tether is starting to move forward in earnest with the Euro Tether project. For those who have heard of it yet, the idea is basically the same as USDT, but with euros instead of dollars. Yesterday, right before the bounce, Tether printed about 71 million euro tethers. Is that a coincidence? Tether prints 71 million euro tethers, and the price of Bitcoin bounces. Interesting. Okay. That is 12 important, 9 bullish, 2 bearish, 4 thumbs up, 3 thumbs down, and 3 lots of laughs. Wow, look at all these. LightPay and LightPal set to rival PayPal itself. Okay, I'll wait for that. 15 bullish, 8 important, 10 likes, 1 lots of laugh, 1 save. Okay, how about this one? U.S. Senate discussed new rules for cryptocurrencies. I don't know if they really discussed new rules, but I don't know if there are ever going to be any new rules for this because there's already existing rules. But apparently this has 13 bullish, 4 important, 7 likes. How about this one? Forget Moon, we're going to Mars with Lambos. The world's imagination was grabbed yesterday by the biggest rocket ever launching to space, with it all live streamed as a generation starts again dreaming of the space age. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm assuming they may be talking about the Senate hearing. But I think a lot of people are overly optimistic. I saw the same Senate hearing that you did, and if you didn't, I have a link to it in the notes section. Pretty much everything they said was already known, so there's nothing new. I don't know what the big deal is. I think this is hype, and I think people are buying into the hype. Here's another one. Landmark Senate hearing. Crypto hearing seen as mostly positive by Bitcoiners. Yeah, okay. Of course. Why wouldn't a Bitcoiner see Bitcoin as positive? 21 bullish, 12 important, 16 likes, 1 thumbs down. I think people are overly bullish. I'll be honest with you. People are overly bullish on this news event. Again, I saw the same hearing. These are the same things that I already know. ICOs are securities. CFTC regulates derivative markets. Peer-to-peer markets are unregulated. That's all the new information. That's all the information that they basically said. Other than they want more enforcement officers. They're looking for more money. It really reminds me a lot of when when FinCEN came out with their Senate hearing, and it was the same way. It almost feels the same way. Ironically, when FinCEN came out with their Senate hearing, the price of Bitcoin was in a bear market and continued to be a bear market all the way down to almost $200. So do you see a repeated pattern here, anybody? But you can be bullish if you want. Go ahead and buy into the bull market, the quote-unquote bull market. Let's see here. We just opened the door to the largest e-commerce market in the world for our RippleNet partners, LandLand. Oh yeah, this one. What a waste of time, Ripple. Wow, there are a lot of activity this morning. Cryptocurrency regulation not high on the to-do list, says European Central Bank. No hint of incoming crypto regulatory efforts from European space. All right. A lot of people loving that. That has 32 bullish, 15 likes, 20 thumbs up. Man, with all this bullish news, should I buy more Bitcoin? Should I buy more Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I've just seen this space so many times with these feel-good stories. There's a lot of social engineering going on here, in my opinion. A lot of social engineering going on. How about, okay, let's see what's next here. Ethereum price forecast. ETH investors find the silver lining they need. Oh, I'm sure they need it. I'm sure they need it. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Crypto experts predict 2018 bull run, Bitcoin to 50,000, overall market cap 1 trillion. Now, I read another report where it was the Wolf of Wall Street who was predicting. I mean, do we want to trust somebody who's known as the Wolf of Wall Street? This is more BS, in my opinion. Okay, more BS. But hey, you know, that's just me. What do I know? Let's see, what does this say? It says, crypto market cap could rise north of 20 trillion, says Senator. Senator Mark Warner of Virginia, a member of the Democratic Party, said at a crypto Senate hearing yesterday that we may be on top of something that is transformational. Before further adding, wow, I've never seen so many Bitcoiners hype up what a senator and government officials say about Bitcoin. This is highly, highly, highly suspicious here of the news that is coming out here. So 15 bullish, 5 important, 9 likes. Wow, it is just. Oh, here's another one. Okay, all right. Bitcoin can reach 100,000 in a few years, predicts Standpoint's analyst Ronnie Moas. Being highly volatile, Bitcoin price is a subject matter for many analysts. Ronnie Moas predict that Bitcoin will hit 100,000. Wow, wow. Well, this is social engineering at its finest here. Well, I predict that the price of Bitcoin in 10 years will be worth 40.5 million. So why don't you all just go ahead and put your life savings into Bitcoin now while it's still cheap? I mean, it's, what is it, $8,000 right now? Well, $8,000 compared to 40.5 million. It's a steal. You just have to wait 10 years. All right, so there you go. I'm done with the news. There was a lot of news going on. I think it's a lot of BS in my opinion. Oh, okay. Finally, we get to the Bitcoin pot of gold. All right. So first of all, let's go into the chat. Let's see what you are all saying here. Let's see if I need to refresh. I'll go ahead and refresh this real quick. All right. And thanks for everybody being in the live chat. Sorry if I missed anyone new. Let's see if anybody new came in here. All right, let's see what's here. Okay, Archie's here. All right. Julie G, good to see you. Julie G says, James threw a curveball with a morning show. I just had some extra time, and I'm probably not going to do a live stream later on tonight, or maybe a couple of other nights. Doing live streams every day is very exhausting, but I still want to do them because I still keep up to date. It's just that in a bear market, you know, I just watch a lot of the idiots out there talking about Bitcoin. I mean, you should see. I mean, yesterday, I never seen so many morons go on YouTube rambling about how great Bitcoin is, and everyone should buy and hold. When I see so much effort in trying to stabilize the price, that to me is a market signal for weakness. So I think the worst is yet to come. I'll be honest with you. When I see that many people come out on YouTube in the cryptocurrency space trying to stabilize the price, you know, you shouldn't have to do that. All right. If it's truly a free market, and the free market is saying Bitcoin's on sale, then guess what? That's a sign of weakness. Let me see. Julie G says he wants to be unpredictable like Bitcoin market. Hey, Carlos. How you doing? It's been a long time. Hopefully you're still around in Houston. Yeah, new tethers. Tethers, man. I want some Euro tethers. I want some US tethers. Do they have any Canadian tethers? Or do they have peso tethers? I mean, yeah, I want to be tethered to the euro dollar. That's exactly what I want. That's why I came into the Bitcoin space, so I could be tethered to a virtual representation of a fiat currency in the real world. Or I could just actually just go ahead and just get euros, the fiat currency itself, and not bother with the tethers. That might actually be a good one. That might actually be a better choice, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Maybe. Let me see here. Am I still live streaming? Yeah. All right. So let's see what else is here. Brian. Oh, Elon Musk launched a rocket yesterday. Oh yeah, that's right. Elon Musk did launch a rocket yesterday. Well, did he make it to Mars? SpaceX is going to Mars. All right. If long as they're going to Mars, that's great. I know Elon Musk is trying to also get people onto Mars. So you know what? I'll say it. I'll say it right now. I think in the future Elon Musk will accept Bitcoin for payment, so you can go to Mars. Wouldn't that be something? I'll say it right now. I predict Elon Musk will accept Bitcoin for you to get off of this planet and go to Mars. So I'm saying it right now. And I think that it is the plan. I'll be honest with you. Okay. So what else is saying? Hey, 21 million, how you doing? Let's see. Carlos says, men loving the dip. Or, okay, man loving the dip. Haven't sold anything, but I thought it was going below 6K, so I didn't buy in. Well, it actually did go below 6K, Carlos. So, yeah, it went to 5,900. It still might. I still think it will. I'm still. I'm not quite optimistic yet. I think it has a long way to go. I'm looking at, let's see. I'm looking at 2,500. I'm looking at 1,250, and then I'm looking at around 750 in the price range. So, you can average cost, but I'm still looking for a steeper discount. And well, here's the thing for me is like I already have Bitcoins. If the price goes down, that's great. It's more Bitcoins for me. I will eventually buy in again, right? I'm a hodling right now. If the price goes up, I already have Bitcoins. So that means I don't need to buy anymore. So we're in we're in a conundrum here where if the price goes down low enough, I'll buy. I'll start supporting the price. If the price goes up, well, I won't buy because I already have Bitcoins. So that's the conundrum of a hodler right now. Or I should say someone like me, I am a hodler and a trader. I have two different wallets for two different purposes. So my trading side wants the price of Bitcoin to go down. And not only if the price of Bitcoin goes down, it gets rid of all the wannabes, the losers, the posers, the people who really don't, they shouldn't be in this space. All right, they're only here for the money. So if the value goes down, all these people who are here just for the money, they don't understand the technology, they don't even care the implications of the technology, they'll leave. And I'll say, good riddance, go away. These are the people that are causing all the scams. These are the people that are making you and other cryptocurrency users look bad, right? So we don't need people who are just jumping on the bandwagon, trendies. They like it's cool now, so that's why they're doing it. But soon as it's uncool, they're gone, and all they do is suck up resources and time. So I would say good riddance. I like to see the price go down and flush, and basically flush out the crap that's come into this space. And the people who are really true believers, right? The true believers who understand the implications and understand the technology and what it means to actually, own your private keys and have Bitcoin, not some crap coin, you're going to be rewarded. You're going to receive most of the benefits. You're going to get more Bitcoin at a lower price. And since you do believe in the technology and you understand the implications, you also understand what it means for you, how it's going to benefit for you. And you most likely you will get more at a lower price. You'll get a lot more at a lower price. And when the bull market comes back, you will definitely be on the receiving end of this bull market, and you will enjoy great profits. You will enjoy great profits. You may actually use some of your Bitcoins to better your life. That's what it's about. Use Bitcoin to better your life, right? Instead of trying to scam people or buy Lambos or trick people into a Ponzi scheme, or some scam or other nonsense of fork coin or an airdrop of a coin. Don't waste your time. All right, those are nothing but distractions. You will be lied to. You will be deceived. You will be led astray, and then finally, you'll eventually be killed for your Bitcoin. All right, so here's a Bitcoin pot of gold. Here's a QR code on the left side here at the arrow pointing to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate. Unfortunately, I think the price might have gone back up. Anyways, I need enough Bitcoins in there worth at least $130 to give away the 13th clue to the 13th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. And if you guys can figure that out, you can sweep the Bitcoins. But if you're good at cracking passwords, here is a QR code on the right side. It is an encrypted private key. It is a SegWit address. Keep that in mind. If you can figure out the password, all the Bitcoins are yours right now. And the QR code down here in the middle is a link to Yellow Fever for You, his YouTube channel. He's the one that gave me this idea. So thank you, Yellow Fever for You. All right. So please donate. Sorry, kind of froze there. So please donate to the Bitcoin pot of gold. So just like all these other Ponzi's, everybody please give your money to me, and then I can walk away and exit scam on you. Kinda, not really, just playing around. Anyways, this is a real Bitcoin pot of gold. This is not a scam or scheme or anything. This makes it fun. Maybe you actually learn about the technology. All right, maybe you'll learn about the technology and how it works. And if you can do that, the Bitcoins are yours. All right. Oh, that's it for me. That's it for me. Let's go over. Let's do on-chain FX. Let's do my short list here. All right, Bond Trading View, a list. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. Flagged for shorts. I normally would have flagged for shorts here, but let's do a shortcut. I'm going to just simply click right here down from all-time high. There we go. And then it shows, I'll just go over the top 5 coins that you should be shorting, selling, dumping, exiting for more Bitcoin. If you did that the last time I was doing a live stream, you would have made a lot of money on Bitcoin. You would have gotten Bitcoin for a cheaper price, and the price has gone up 2,000 from its low, from its recent low of what, $6,000? It's up to 8,000. You would have made a lot of money just by simply dumping your crap coin. and buying more Bitcoin. So first on the list is Decred. Look at that. All right, if you have any Decred, you should be buying some Bitcoin with your Decred. Neo, number 2 spot. If you have any Neo, you should be dumping Neo and getting more Bitcoin right now. Number 3, Ethereum. Ethereum is always there. Man, I'm telling you, Ethereum is a prime target to dump to get more Bitcoin. All right. So if you have any Ethereum, you should be dumping to get more Bitcoin. Kyber network. I've seen this a lot of times. I don't know what it is. It's probably useless. You should be dumping Kyber coin or Kyber network coin and getting more Bitcoin. Syscoin, number 5. I don't know what Syscoin is. Don't care. But you should be dumping Syscoin to get more Bitcoin. Take this opportunity to get Bitcoin at a discount, just like everybody in the world and all the YouTubers are saying. But for some reason, no one's doing that. Everyone's like buying altcoins. Go figure. Anyways, good luck to you. Hope you enjoy the bond trading view. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. Flagged for shorts. So go ahead and flag and short all these coins to get you some more Bitcoin. All right, let's go on to the mempool here. Well, if you didn't check out my last episode, I did a transaction. I sent out Satoshis for about 1 Satoshi, 1.13 Satoshi per byte. They're all confirmed. They were confirmed like the day after I sent all those transactions out. And so the network was getting pretty empty. And for me to see these large spikes here, like you see these spikes, this is normal. This is how the network should be working, although it's kind of building up again. But it has this high times and low times. And let's see right now, where are we? Let's have a look here. Now, yeah, if you look at these transactions here, let me see, how many transactions are in the middle? Okay, 1 Satoshi per byte. I did a 1 Satoshi or 1.13 Satoshi per byte transaction Sunday. It went through already. It's confirmed. It's all confirmed already. So there's almost 12,000 transactions with 1 Satoshi per byte. At 2 Satoshi per byte, you got about 8,000. So I guess right now, because there seems to be high activity, you're probably, if you want your transactions in the next block, 140 Satoshis per byte. It's probably the ideal fee that you want to be at. If you can wait, you can be under 140. You could probably be around, well, it seems like 1 is getting clogged up again. So being around maybe 2 to 5 Satoshis per byte, you'll eventually get into the block as soon as the fees go down again. The mempool starts going down, getting eaten up. So it looks like we're back to normal schedule. During the day, you're getting a lot of activity, and then at night you're getting very low activity. So you're seeing these normal patterns again. And again, like you see these spikes, that's normal. They should be like spiking up where you get a high activity, then coming back down as the mempool gets eaten up. And so you can see right here, most of the size is in the 1 Satoshi per byte fee. It's kind of growing, but it's better than what it was. Better than what it was. I have to tell you that. Right now, we're looking at 12,000 transactions in the mempool. See right here, right about here, 12,000 transactions in the mempool. I'm sure afternoon, during the night, it'll go back down. All right, let's do a chart analysis now. Wow. Okay, I'm looking at the weekly right now, and I don't see an area where we should all be bullish. The fact that this price is below both the spot price is below both the moving average, both moving averages. Matter of fact, if you look at the long-term moving average here, you see the price is at a resistance at that long-term moving average right here. And so I don't see, I'm not on a week, I'm looking at a weekly here on Bitstamp, on Bitcoin Wisdom. I don't see where this optimism is coming from. This is essentially in my opinion, a dead cat bounce. But the week is still remaining. I mean, what do you have? Like, what's today? Today's Wednesday, so we're halfway through. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. On the weekly, it doesn't look impressive. There's no buying signal. If you look at it, it actually it's a lower low, and a lower low is bad. Okay, so a lower low means price going down. So I don't know why everyone's all excited, but it's good. It feels good because it was at 5,900 and now it's at 8,000. I mean, it looks better when you look at your wallet. So let's go on to the hour. Let's have a look here. All right, so let's have a look here. Let's draw some lines. Let's see if I can draw some lines on an hourly and see what we're getting into. Okay, so I guess here you're seeing, like, on an hourly on Bitstamp, you're seeing a kind of like this break. This thing looks like it's breaking out. I don't know if I can say that's a breakout. I'd have to go to a larger time frame. It could be a fake out. Okay, just to give you a warning, because in order for this to start really trending upwards, it's going to have to go up to almost $9,500. It's going to have to break above $9,500, right? So that's kind of the other thing. All right, and let's go to the 12-hour. Let's take a look. All right, so there's the line that I drew, and you can see that on the 12-hour, let's just remove that line here. On the 12-hour, you see the price is now moving above the short-term moving average, which I would expect to do that. Okay, I expect to do that. But if you've been looking on the 12-hour, you'll see that the real resistance is at the longer-term moving average. And you can see it here. You can see it also here. And then you can see it here several times. You can see the candlesticks hitting against the long-term moving average. So this moving average is around $9,500, actually. Very close to $9,500. So that's going to be a resistance. As more time goes on and it can't reach that, the more bearish it's going to be, the more stronger that resistance, in my opinion. All right, and let's just draw some lines here. Why not? Yeah, you can see even if I draw a line, that line coincides and has a great deal of confluence with that moving average. So you have a line that's a resistance as well as a moving average that is a resistance. Let's have a look at the 1 day. So the 1 day, the price has not moved above the short-term moving average. Matter of fact, it has oversold, and it's just going back to, basically it's oversold to what, 5,900, somewhere around there, and the price is just simply moving back to the short-term moving average, which is declining. Here's the long-term moving average at 10,000. Let me see here if I can. 10,700. So you could see that it hasn't even tested any resistance yet. So I don't understand why everyone's all excited about the price. You have to understand this is just returning to a mean because it's been oversold. It hasn't even tested. It's barely testing the short-term moving average. It hasn't even tested the long-term moving average yet. And if you look at the 3 day, and the 3 days, I think, are very reflective, very accurate with the moving edge. The candlesticks really move with the moving average. And if you look at it, I mean, you could kind of see that we are trending downwards along with the short-term moving average here. and the short-term moving average is moving down. And now you can see the long-term moving average starting to basically crest over, and it looks like it's starting to trend down as well. And of course, the two moving averages has crossed over, has flipped, and the spot price is below both these moving averages. Spot price is below both these moving averages. So I can't, at this point in time, I can't say, you know, we're in a recovery. Are we in a recovery from the low in a 24-hour period? Yeah. Are we in a recovery that the price of Bitcoin is going to go back up to 50 to 100,000? I don't see that right now. Okay, I don't see that. We're almost got, this is pretty much on the 3-day is pretty much a confirmed, almost, we're almost at a confirmation of a downtrend. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 lower lows. If the price does move up and break out, the next thing to watch, if the price does go up, and it might, there's a really good chance it might, because it is oversold right now. It is oversold right now, okay, because the price is below both moving averages, so it's oversold. All right, compared to the all-time high at 20,000. So if people who sold anybody who sold above 10,000, it's worth buying right now. All right, because there are more sellers, there are more shorts than longs, and that's why you're seeing the price bounce back up, because the sellers have exhausted themselves to some degree, or the sellers are getting wrecked. The people who are going short, they're getting wrecked right now. Their stop losses are getting knocked out. All right, and so what you're seeing is now the few people who were long are now benefiting, or the people who bought in at the bottom here or close to the bottom are now benefiting, because they're the minority. So remember, on the exchange markets, the majority, all right, fund the minority. All right, the majority gives the money to the minority. And so apparently there were more sellers. Now there are less. There's more shorts than there are longs, and now the longs are starting to benefit from their trade. So if the price does go up, you have to watch for it, because if it makes another lower high and then goes back down, that's the confirmation right there. That's going to be the confirmation. If it makes another lower high and it cannot break above this high right here, which is what, at $17,235, we're in a bear market, people. It has to break above $7,235 on Bitstamp. Okay, if it does not do that, we are now in a confirmed bear market. And once that happens, expect the price to start really crashing. I suspect almost probably down to $2,500. $2,500 is probably the point in which the sellers will exhaust themselves. There's a lot of people who have already left the market. All right, the price was $20,000. It's now $8,000. Pretty much 60% of the market has left. 60% of the market participants have left Bitcoin. All right, so the remaining people who are still holding on for dear life, hodling, which I know holding on for dear life is not how hodl came about. Hodl came about from a drunken subreddit, from a drunken Bitcoin Talk subreddit forum. He was drunk and he misspelled hold. All right, and so you know, the people who are holding on for dear life, they're going to be exiting the market here soon. All right, so just be careful. You can still make money. You can still make money trading. You can still definitely make money. You can still make a lot of Bitcoin. I wish you all the luck. I'm going to be riding on my Rad Rover mini bike. All right, my Rad Mini. I'm going to be riding my Rad Rover. I'm going to be enjoying the time I have during this bear market and watching all the idiots out there go live or make videos on desperately trying to convince all of you to keep hodling and to buy more Bitcoin. And I'm going to just watch them and laugh at them for the most part. But that's just me. What do I know? Like, what do I really know? I probably don't know anything, do I? Anyways, this is going to conclude this episode here. There you go. All right, thumbs up for all the people with the hearing aids out there who needed to hear some good news and feel good about yourselves. Don't worry. Eventually, the market will turn. The market will turn. Okay, but you cannot demand the market to turn at your will just because you want it to go up. The market will turn when the circumstances are right for the market to turn. This is a game of patience. Okay, when there's a bull market, it's about timing. All right, it's about getting in before the bull market ends. All right, when you're in a bear market, it's about patience. All right, it's about waiting to exhale. Waiting to exhale. You have to hold your breath while you're underwater. And if you're smart, all right, if you were smart, you knew that the flood was coming. You knew the tides were changing. And you waited for the right moment to take a deep breath. And now you're waiting to exhale. So while you're underwater, you're playing the patient game. And when the tide rolls over you and the flooding wipes away all the crap in the space, you can come back up, exhale, and walk away with a lot of Bitcoin. And when the tide changes again in your favor, all right, you can ride the wave. You can ride that wave. Body surf, whatever you want. Ride the wave back to shore and come home with all the riches. So, anyways, I'd like to thank everybody in the live chat. Thank you for being here in this special edition of the morning James Bond Bitcoin Live. M. Rocky, welcome. Thank you for being here. Carlos, good to see you. Crypto Economy, Brian McLaughlin, 21 Million Club. Julie G. Let's see who else is in here. Spencer, it's good to see you. Spencer says, thanks 007 for playing the role. I know that you knew I was just trolling you with blaming your trolling for me losing my descendants' non-existent fortunes in BitConnect. Very funny. K Archie as well. Let's see who else is all in the live chat here. Well, thank you, everybody. This concludes this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a message, or leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.